Hello and welcome to today's top performance slime review, and today I am going to be reviewing toys that I was generously gifted by Jaru Toys. The link to their YouTube channel will be in the description. They sent me a variety of putty-like toys free for the courtesy of the review, which was really great. And by the way, before we get into the video, I wanted to mention that I have a slime shop that is almost always in stock. To check it out, just go to MewSlime.com. I sell popping clay and cool slimes like this one. These thick foam slimes are my favorite. The first toy I'm going to be reviewing is their Macaron Meringue Yummers Putty. They come in these cute macaroon containers. There was no scent that I could pick up on, but the texture was pretty nice. It's not the stretchiest, but it is super fun to squish, and the packaging is A+. It feels very similar to their peanut butter and marshmallow whip putties, which I also reviewed in my last Amazon video. If you haven't seen it, the texture is very similar to shaving foam mixed into slime, so it's very it resists the stretch, but it still does have some stretch to it, which is really nice, and I think that that texture was entirely intentional because this is a putty and not a slime. I also got their 3-pack of the Macaron Marine Putties. The packaging for this one did say that they were scented, but there were no scents I could pick up on any of them. If they were there, they are pretty light, but that's okay. Again, the packaging is super cute. The putties are not super stretchy, but I think they are good, and it's still a fun toy. The texture of the purple one, which is the last one that I show, was the best one, I think, because it was a little more stretchy than the other ones. Next, we have Wonder Dough, which I have tried before. It's a super satisfying clay or dough with 2 colors in it. On my Instagram, I mixed this clay with some clear slime if you want to check that out. It's one of my recent videos. It turned out really nice. It did get a little sticky, but I added activator and then it was perfect. And overall, the clay can get a little bit sticky, but it's great if you use it for molding. And I was just super excited they sent me some of this because I like the clay a lot. Next is this Yummers Sweet Fluff toy. I was excited about this one because it is a whole pound of slime or putty. I wasn't sure what to expect with the texture on this one because the product is kind of unique, but it's close to a mix between kinetic sand and cloud slime. It's very close to a kinetic sand type of slime. The product is cool looking and fun to play with, but it does leave a bad residue on your hands, which I didn't love about it. Also, I do believe that this one has a light grape scent to it. This is their Yummers Puffy Pudding. I was super interested to see what they meant by Puffy Pudding with this one because I've never heard another brand use that before. So after opening it, it did have a little bit of gooey residue on the top, but that was just the slime part separating, so it wasn't a super big deal. I just mixed it back in. And this one had a butter slime like half to it and a cool jelly like blue half. I don't know what it's made out of, the jelly-like part, but the slime texture was great and they were super fun to mix. It has a light green apple scent to it, which is also very nice, and overall I really liked this product. I thought that the jelly part was so cool, so I would recommend this. Last are these lab putties, which I think I've tried before. They're small and come in a 3-pack, which is cool, so I get to try all the different types. First, I tried out the magnetic putty. I didn't realize until after opening it that it was kind of pointless unless I had a magnet for it, so I decided to put it aside and come back to it later. Then I tried to open the bouncing putty, but it was ridiculously hard to open. For you guys though, after some struggle, I got it open and the putty was really pretty and it bounces just like the container says. Then of course I did open the color changing heat activated one that goes from violet to pink. It works. As you can see, there's a little bit of a color shift here when I'm playing with it. And you know, all of these putties had a pretty typical putty texture to most putties you see in these kind of containers, so the texture was really nice. Thank you so much for the products, Jaru Toys. I loved them a lot.